Welcome to the Scaling Therapy Practice Podcast. I'm James Marland, your guide to turning big ideas into real action. This is where therapists, coaches, and consultants find the support they need to take the next steps towards their dreams. Let me help you put your mission in motion. Hello, therapists. Are you looking for a way to expand your influence with an online educational product? I've got good news. This is the last week you can sign up for the Sustainable Therapist Empowerment Program cohort. It's a cohort of therapists where I guide them through breaking through the bottlenecks of releasing an online product. It's not a one-time event. This is actually a 6-month program where I walk with you step by step to break down the bottlenecks and achieve your goals. Email me, james@course-creationstudio.com, or go to the contact page to set up an appointment with me. I'd love to hear what your dream is. Let's put your mission in motion together. Hello, and welcome to a special 100th episode of the Scaling Therapy Practice. I'm going to be sharing with you lessons that I've learned, what I've done wrong, maybe a few things that I've done right, and where we're going to go from this point on. A lot of this episode and some of the realizations has come from giving myself permission to think again. I'm reading the book by Adam Grant, Think Again, and it's just telling you to re-examine your assumptions. What do you think is right and wrong? And just be okay with making mistakes. I've often thought if I ever write a biography or have a book written about me, it would be The Life and Times of James Marland, Mistakes Were Made. Or maybe Mistakes Were Made, The Life and Times of James Marland. And then I would misspell a couple words in the title because spelling's not my strength. So, okay, 100 episodes, lessons learned, what I've done wrong, and what comes next. First, I want to celebrate the milestone. 100 episodes is a lot of episodes. You hear about people who start podcasting and they get into it, and it's just a grind. Like, you don't realize how much work it is to come up with ideas, get guests, do schedules, do the marketing, do the blogging, recording, editing. It's actually it's a lot of work. So 100 episodes represents, 4 to 8 hours an episode of planning, recording, scheduling, editing, and all that. So, wow, I've learned a lot. I'm a lot quicker at what I do. I love some of the tools that I use. I think I'm a better interviewer. And one of the reasons for doing the podcast was if I have a message to say, I got to practice it. Like if I'm going to be a speaker, if I'm going to be a guest on somebody else's podcast, if I'm going to go to conferences and present things, I gotta put in the work. I gotta put in the reps. So I believe that the podcast, has just been a grand experiment to say, hey, I have something to say, and do the work to get better at what you're doing. That everything hasn't gone 100% correct. The initial idea of the Scaling Therapy Practice was with David Hall and myself. I was the host, David was the co-host, and we would start talking about how to grow your therapy practice. If you go back to the horrible episode 1, where we stumbled through what our process was, we were going to help people scale in different domains. Scale with staff, scale with products, scale with networking, or scale with systems. It was a great idea. I loved it, and it worked really well because David had the front end of the office where he knew the staff, he knew the process, and just tips and tricks for growing a group practice. And I had the back end. I knew systems, I knew technology. I loved helping with hiring and virtual assistants and all that back end stuff. So it worked really well. And we called it the Scaling Therapy Practice because it made fit. We want to help you scale in those domains. One of the mistakes I think that I think I've made is the name just no longer fits. Like yes, I help people scale, but it's more about online course creation and achieving your mission and letting your light shine in the world. It's not necessarily about scaling, building, and income measures. If people come to the practice and come to the show, and they say, "Oh, it's a show about helping therapy offices scale," which it used to be, that makes sense. But I feel like I'm half a host here. Uh, I only have half the experience. I'm not a therapist. I'm not somebody that runs a therapy office. My therapy office, the last time I was in a therapy office working with therapy office was 5 or 6, maybe even 7 years ago now, where I worked for a freestanding psych hospital and I managed a intake department and I helped with inpatient services. Like that's been a while now. And so I feel like the longer I'm away from that, the less the name fits. But I've held on to it because that's how I started. That's where I have all this SEO into it. If I share my links with people, it's got scaling therapy practice in it. So now all those links, if I change, will be broken. So I'm holding on to this, believing that just producing content will lead people to me, even though the content is only half right now. One of my realizations as I go to think again and I think about branding is the name's just a mismatch because the name promotes something that's only half right. So my focus is on helping therapists scale through online educational products. More importantly, though, I want to help therapists who are irrationally passionate about their ideas, about helping a specific person or a specific group of people. And the scaling of the practice comes out of helping more people, not helping more people scales. The idea is the helping people is first. I want to help people. Creating income comes second. There's probably plenty of shows out there that income is first. And that's what I thought. That's what I thought I needed to do. That I gotta bang the drum of income, 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 so that people will be attracted to the show. The problem is that's not super authentic to who I am. And so that shows up in my big mistake number 2 is like misaligned marketing. The message was designed to attract the person who has a big problem of burnout. Like they're burnout, they want to diversify their income, they're running out of time, they want more income to experience more freedom, and I want that for them too. So all the marketing is designed like the web page and just even the names of the products, scaling therapy practice. One of my online courses is Knowledge Income Navigator. My new cohort program, I called it Sustainable Therapist Empowerment Program. All those messages are talking to the person who wants to earn more money. They're the burnt out therapist, the therapist that wants more income, the therapist who maybe has maxed out their that their fee for their fees and they're not able to, the market won't bear any more fees. So how do they expand? Or maybe they're looking for retirement and how do they earn the money that they can take a month off or work one day less a week, those types of messages, which is all fine. I support that. I want you to do that. I think online educational products will do that. But that's focused the message on avoiding the pain of not having enough time, the pain of being tied to the desk, the pain of not having a retirement plan, the pain of building somebody else's kingdom, the pain of missing family things or working through lunches or not having enough time. Those are all real pains. Those are all things that an online educational product can help with. But the other way to market or to promote a product is to help people who are irrationally passionate about a topic or a subject. Most people are in the middle. That the problem they have, the problem that they're trying to solve, they're either not aware of it or it's not a big enough problem to go out and spend money to solve it. Sure, sure, you work a few extra nights a week and you're like, oh, I should be earning more money, but it's not a big enough problem that it goes to the pain point, and you're like, oh man, I got to find a way to stop working till 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. 5 days a week and half a day on Saturday. That's a big pain point, and that would go to the person who wants to avoid that pain. The other side of that continuum is the people who are irrationally passionate about doing something, a cause, an emotion, it's part of their backstory. I'm learning to think again. If I look at what lights me up, it's helping the person who wants to help other people, helping the least of these, helping the therapist or coach or consultant who's like, I have this great idea and it would help a lot of people. And I really want to do it, but it's too difficult to do. I think I'm just going to let the dream die. And I'm like, no, don't let the dream die. There's ways to work it out. We can help you, which will grow your impact and influence. And I think all my marketing is right now anyways is designed to it's focused on helping the people increase their income, which is true. I want to do that. But what is more aligned with me is I want to help therapists, faith-based therapists, people who are irrationally passionate about a certain group of people, help those people the most. It's the goal, the other side of avoiding the pain. It's going towards a goal that you are irrationally passionate about. And so I've realized, so here goes the mistake, like that my marketing isn't aligned with my passion. Yes, I want to help you make money, but I am more passionate about helping the person reach the audience that they care about. So over the next year, it's probably going to take a year or two, um, but maybe a year. Let's just hope by the by the end of 2025, all the branding and the courses and everything will be realigned to this new passion that I have. That I'm irrationally passionate about helping the person achieve their dream before it dies, because I think that's what I need. Like that's what I need. I have all these ideas. I have all this passion, and I'm just hoping for a little, a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of, of you can do it, a little bit of it's okay to make mistakes. Look at how far you've come. That's what I need. I need that. And I want to provide that to other people before they let their dream die. So, being misaligned marketing was probably something I had to discover as I went through the process. It's not something that was like the first thing that came up when I'm talking, because when you do talk to people, um, a lot of times they are like, well, I do want freedom. I do want income, but it's the passion of helping other people that really energizes me. So I need to be clear. Like I can't have two marketing messages of, hey, this course will help you create all this income and freedom, or this course will help you reach the audience that you really want to reach. Yes, it does both, but I have to pick a side. So I'm going to pick over the next year, you'll see new marketing and messages of me picking the side of marketing towards the people that want to reach a group of people that they can help the most. The more authentic you are, the easier it is for people to connect with you. And when it's easy for people to connect with you, it's easier for them to use your resources. And then it's easy for them to gain benefit from you, and then easy for them to eventually buy from you when they are ready. It's okay to admit, it's okay. It's just okay to admit when something isn't working. Reflect, think again, pivot, and then grow. Try something new. As we start 2025, I want to let you know that I'm here for you. I really want you to make a difference in the world. I want you to help the audience and the group of people that you dream of helping, but you don't know how. If you have any thoughts about this shift, let me know. I'm James at coursecreationstudio.com. I'd love to know what resonates with you or what you felt like just hit like a lead balloon. I'm always looking for feedback from the audience on what helps them the most. This is James for Course Creation Studio and the Scaling Therapy Practice. It's now time to put your mission in motion.